The Israelites and the Philistines were at war, and one day the two armies were camped on opposite hills with a lush green valley between them, day after day. The Philistines would come down into the valley and taunt the Israelites. And the Israelites would come down and taunt the Philistines, but neither side was willing to risk a major battle. Then one day, out of the Philistine camp, stepped forward a warrior unlike any other. Standing well over 9 feet tall, this giant was named Goliath, and he was the biggest, baddest Philistine warrior. Every single day, Goliath would come out into the valley and yell across to the Israelites, "Send me a man so I can kill him. Is there not a man among you who is mighty enough to fight me?" Day after day, he did this, and day after day, no one answered. The Israelites were scared of him. One day, King Saul was watching Goliath strut back and forth in the valley below. And when Saul saw how big and intimidating he was, Saul became afraid. So he said to his men, "Who is that uncircumcised Philistine who has come to defy the armies of the living God? I want someone to go and deal with him." Then all the men of Israel answered, "That man shall not come near. All of us are afraid of him. It is a hard task. Who will go?" No one would step forward. No one wanted to go fight this giant. And so it was that way for many days until one day when David, the youngest son of Jesse, came to the battlefield to bring food to his older brothers who were serving in King Saul's army. When David arrived, he watched in amazement as Goliath came out into the valley. And when Goliath began to yell across to the Israelites, insulting their God and daring them to send a man to fight him, David got mad. "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine who has come to defy the armies of the living God? Who is he, that he should be able to mock like that?" said David. And those who were close to him said, "That is Goliath, the Gittite, whose spear is like a weaver's organ, and who hurls stones as though they were flakes of iron. It is a great task indeed which you have spoken. How can this one be killed?" But David went even more into a rage when he heard that. And he said, "Who dares to go against this uncircumcised Philistine and kill him and to stop his boasting? Who is he? And who will stand up to fight him?" David knew he had to do something, so he volunteered. When he told King Saul he wanted to go fight Goliath, Saul thought it was hilarious. "Are you not a mere boy? Can't you see how big and strong Goliath is? If he takes you into the arena, he will smash your bones and make mincemeat out of you." But David was confident. "I may be just a boy, but God has helped me escape from the jaws of lions and bears. He will help me escape the hands of this Philistine." Saul couldn't believe what he was hearing, but he let him go anyways, thinking it was going to be a very embarrassing defeat. Before David went to fight Goliath, Saul tried to fit him into his armor, but David couldn't move in it. Everything was too big. So David left Saul's armor behind and he didn't even take his sword. He found a smooth stone by a stream, took his sling, put the stone in it, and went out to face Goliath. When Goliath saw this small boy approaching him, he started to laugh. "Hey, little boy, are you here to fight me? Why don't you go home to your mommy instead?" But David stood his ground and boldly said, "I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. May the battle be yours or may the battle be mine." Then Goliath charged. This was exactly what David expected. When Goliath came within range, David swung his sling and shot the stone. The stone hit Goliath right in the middle of his forehead. For a second, everything went silent as the stone knocked the giant off his feet, and he fell to the ground. After about 3 seconds of stunned silence, Goliath's eyes opened wide in surprise and fear, and he fell face forward onto the ground, dead. David ran towards the fallen giant, grabbed his own sword, and while standing on the body of the corpse, struck its neck with the sword to cut it off. When the Philistines saw that their champion was slain, they turned and fled, and the Israelites chased after them and beat them. That day, the Israelites won an amazing victory, and David became a national hero. Later on, when David returned to King Saul, Saul was furious. "Why did you disobey me by fighting Goliath? You could have died, and then where would I be? You would have been a fool to go up against such a strong man, even if you won." But David simply said, Your servant was only trying to save the honor of the armies of Israel. And the Lord has brought the victory down to me this day. So we see in the story of David and Goliath that when everyone is afraid and no one is willing to step up, one brave person can make all the difference. And that person doesn't need to be super strong, smart, or talented. What he does need to be is willing to trust God and follow His lead. Are you willing to trust God and follow His lead, no matter how scary things get? If you like this video, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it if you would. And make sure to watch another video right now.